Hello, welcome and welcome back. How are you doing today? How are you feeling in your body right now? And what are the labels that you have been carrying? Meaning that how you identify yourself and based upon what you have been told, all the medical diagnoses, which I call them labels. Scoliosis, sciatica, stenosis, Bowden discs, fibromyalgia, whatever it might be, and don't let those labels identify your self-image. And don't use those labels and to tell yourself about who you are, because you're not. You are not the labels. You are not the medical diagnosis, despite what you may have been told by somebody else, and despite the past experiences. And let me invite you into your body, and let me invite you into a different experience. You have the power to change how you feel in your body from the inside. So why don't you take this time and use this time to connect with your body yourself? And let's have you lie down on your back right now. Lie down on the mat, on the floor, or lie down on the bed, whatever is the most comfortable for you. The important thing is that you need to create a safe and comforting environment for yourself. And you don't want to force yourself and force your body into something that doesn't feel right and that doesn't feel safe for you. And don't look for the right and correct, okay? Which is hard to do. Something that we have been always told, this is how you're supposed to do. This is the correct way and this is the wrong way. If you do it the wrong way, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt your body. So immediately we seek what is the correct way, what is the right way. And if we don't know, if somebody and don't tell you, and what is the correct way, and all of a sudden we feel quite scared, right? Because I don't know what to do. I might do something wrong. I might mess up my body. I'm going to hurt myself because I'm vulnerable, okay? And that's how your nervous system is perceiving your body. And based upon what you have been told, based upon what you have experienced, that can change. That's the good news. So let's lie down now. And lie down and close your eyes. And as you may notice, and if you have been following me on my YouTube channel for some time, that I'm actually shifting away from demonstrating the movements, and something that most people who have been following my channel are used to. Seeing my demonstration despite what I tell people as I'm demonstrating, which is don't focus on how I'm moving, but focus on your body. Despite that, the habits are really hard to change. We feel uncomfortable and not really know the right and correct way to do something. Despite what I tell people, and still seeing my movements and demonstration as the correct way to do. So they're constantly looking at my demonstration to seek whether they are doing correctly or not. And that's really not the point. The point is that you shift your attention and connect with your body, connect with your nervous system, and starting to really sense what is holding your body and what is keeping you from moving freely and easily. And giving yourself permission to move freely which is hard to do. And this is why I'm moving away from demonstrating movements, okay? So get used to it. It's completely fine. You're not gonna do anything wrong, okay? So trust that, and with your eyes closed, please lie down on the mat, on the floor, or on the bed, with your legs long, with your arms at your side, and we're going to start with what I call the body scan. Just checking with your body and noticing, observing how you are arriving right now and starting to become more aware of your body right now. So feel your body, feel your legs, sense and feel your legs and how they connect to the ground or to the mat, to the bed. Feel the weight of your each leg, right leg and left leg. Feel the contact of your heel, your lower leg, your upper leg, your hips, your pelvis, and how they are making a contact with the floor, with the bed. Can you sense the difference? Two sides are sitting or lying and making a contact differently. Do you sense the difference? It's not a question. It's not a question of what is supposed to be correct. It is a question. It's simply a question of, can you sense your body? Can you observe and notice how your body is making contact without judging, without imposing any preconceived thoughts, ideas? So which leg feels heavier? Which leg feels that it has more clear and more contact with the floor or the bed? If you pay attention to your pelvis, feel the weight, feel the amount of the contact between the right side and the left side, and notice the difference. It's not right or wrong, and to feel and to notice what you're noticing. You may notice the right side is heavier, has more weight. Just observe and take a note of that. Or you may notice the weight is more evenly distributed. So you feel about 50% weight in between the two sides. That's neither right or wrong. And now notice the space between your low back and the floor or the bed. How much space can you sense? And can you sense and observe without judging, which is hard to do? You may feel a lot of space. Does that bring any thoughts and judgment as you are sensing the space between your low back? Do you feel like, oh my goodness, there's so much space. My spine is so arched. It's supposed to be straight. And I'm going to press it down. Is that what you're doing? That's you perceiving your body as it is wrong. And that's you imposing preconceived ideas and trying to correct something. Could you let that go and be okay with what you're noticing? And feel the whole spine and how it is relating to the floor or the bed, space and the contact. And based upon how it is connecting to the floor or the bed, relating to the floor or the bed. And you begin to sense the shape of your spine. Some parts of the spine and pressing more heavily into the bed or the floor than other parts. And some parts, like a low back or upper back and the neck, may not have any contact with the floor, with the surface underneath. And that's, again, neither right or wrong? Which kind of sounds strange, right? Okay, well, wait, that's wrong. The spine has to have this natural curvature, or it shouldn't have too much roundness, or too much, or it is too flat. That's not right. I need to do something. Or that is what's causing my pain. That's what's causing my problems. This is why I need to fix that. That's all the judgment. And that's the labels and stories that you have been carrying with yourself. And that's part of your self-image. What it's doing and to your nervous system is that by reinforcing and repeating the same story, and you are really creating more fear, as if there is an ongoing threat and going on. The nervous system is constantly responding with a fear and from a place of a fear. Something wrong. This is bad. I need to do something. I need to protect myself. Fight or flight. It's hard to let go. It's hard to give yourself a permission to move, to breathe and easily and freely. So as you are noticing yourself, observing your body, and begin to really notice that and take a note. And that's part of the habitual patterns and the stories that you have been carrying for the past how many years? Long time, right? Quietly observe that. You're not doing anything threatening to yourself. Simply observing yourself, observing your body, observing your thoughts, observing your emotions. That's all you're doing. What is bad about that, right? There's no harm, there's no threat. You're fine, you're safe right now. So as you are now sensing the entire spine and its relationship to the surface underneath, you may feel the spine is maybe rounded like this way. And maybe some parts are flat, some parts are more arched, some parts are more rounded. Some parts are maybe turned or twisted. Does that scare you? The word twisted. My spine's twisted. My spine's asymmetrical. It's off balance. That's bad, is it? Is it really? That may be what you believe, but that may not be true. So observe your breathing, okay? And observe your shoulders. Observe the contact of the shoulders and shoulder blades with the surface underneath. Which shoulder blade, it has more contact, has more weight. There is a difference. Don't freak out. Don't freak out about that. There is a difference. You may assume that it has to be equal to be normal, but that's not true. It's perfectly normal to be asymmetrical, not symmetrical. But why do we think and why do we assume that symmetry, being perfectly symmetrical, is normal or it's healthy? If not, then bad. Something bad could happen. Why do we think that? Whose idea is that? Who told you that? Can you let that go? Can you feel and can you be okay being asymmetrical? Is that a strange idea? Is that scary? Does that make you feel uncomfortable? Just think about that, okay? So you may feel a difference between the two sides, which is normal. Maybe the right shoulder feels heavier, maybe the left shoulder feels heavier. Maybe the right shoulder feels a little bit higher. Maybe the left shoulder feels a little bit higher. What does that mean? Do not associate that immediately with all the labels. Your experience in your body? No, that's not true. Oh, my right shoulder is always higher. I'm holding myself like that. I need to release that. Because I'm creating so much tension. I'm hurting my neck, my shoulder. That's part of your story. That is neither bad or good. Now, bend your legs, both legs. Stand your legs. So, feet, knees, hip width apart or shoulder width apart, comfortable distance apart, so that you can just easily just have your legs balanced like that without having to do anything. No effort. Just stay there. Now bring attention to notice your right hand. Notice your right hand. Notice the shape of your hand. Notice your fingers. Your thumb, index, middle finger, ring finger, pinky. How are you holding your hand? Is your palm facing downward towards the floor? Is your palm facing towards your body? Is your palm facing upward and towards the ceiling? What about the left hand? Take a look, or you can look, or you can just sense with your eyes, with your mind's eyes. Feel the shape of your left hand, orientation of your left hand. Is it the same as the right hand? And I'm not. You may be going in your head, what should it be? Am I holding my hand wrong? Is this bad? How is it supposed to be? You might be thinking about that because so used to always looking for the correct way of doing something. Forget that. Forget that. Seriously. Observe and notice. What are you noticing right now? Your hand, your fingers, right, left, orientation. Are they the same or different? Most likely they're different. Even they may appear, or they may feel like they are exactly the same. But if you pay close attention, it's not the same. Are your fingers bent? What's the shape of your hand right now? Are your fingers straight? Your hand is open? Or your fingers curled? What is taking place? So, now bring your attention into your right hand and continue to attend to your right hand shape, orientation, okay? And you can imagine you're holding really light, squishy, soft ball in your right hand that is about maybe the size of tennis ball. So not that big, right? So lightly imagine, just lightly hold that ball, soft, squishy, light ball in your right hand. And just see if you can just imagine as you are holding that ball in your right hand and very gently and just close and begin to close your hand and fingers in so that you can feel that ball as you are slowly begin to close your hand. And then as you starting to let go and you can feel the ball and starting to expand and your hand just begin to expand a little bit. So imagine you're just giving a light squeeze and light and gentle squeeze, and you can feel that bouncing. As the ball, as you release the pressures, the ball is returning back to the normal or starting original shape. And you feel that expansion in your hand. So give it just a nice, gentle little closing and squeezing into the ball, not hard, very soft and gentle. And then you let go. Can you feel that? Gentle close and gentle release as you're lying down on the floor. And repeat that several times. And as you do that more and more, repeat that. And imagine that you're just letting your hand move and letting your fingers just move gently as you are doing that movement. And your hand is becoming softer and softer and softer. You're not really actively trying to open your hands, but you're letting your hand open as you release your hand. And that changes the shape of your hand. And after a few more times or doing these movements, squeezing gently the ball in your hand, in your right hand, and releasing it. And then next time you squeeze and then release, leave your hand there. Just let go and let it stay there. And observe your right hand. Observe the shape of your right hand. Does it have a different shape now? Does it feel different? Feel the shape. How do you perceive your right hand right now? Does it feel more expanded? Does it feel more alive? And compared to your left hand, how is it? So there's a different quality, right? Between the right hand and the left hand. Why is it? It's not a technique. Something changed. You connected to your right hand, and that changed the perception and how you perceive your right hand. And not only your right hand, but feel the right side of your body as you're lying down. There's something different in the quality of how you sense your right side of your body. Feel the right leg, feel the right side of the pelvis, feel the right side of your torso, right side of your face, your eye, and compared to the left side, there's something different. The right side maybe feel a little more alive. Not right now, but when you all finish, and later in the comment, and you can tell me what you experienced. What did you notice? Did that change? And if you observe your breathing, feel as you breathe in and out, and feel the two sides of your body, your belly right now. Are the two sides moving the same way, or are they moving differently? Now notice the spine and how the spine, your pelvis and your legs and shoulders and two sides, how are they contacting the surface underneath you? They making a different contact. So how are you feeling in your body right now? And you may slowly roll onto the side, either side. And you can sit. You can open your eyes as you sit. And notice how you are feeling in your body once again. Remember the very first time at the beginning of this video, when I ask you, how are you feeling in your body? How did you answer that question? And how are you answering that question right now? So how are you feeling in your body? Are you now connected, more connected to your body and feeling, and not based upon the labels that you have been carrying? Can you let go? So can you now, is your image of yourself, has it changed? And this is really the work that I guide people through, and through my guided course. We go through this by layer, and really starting to change the story of yourself, who you are, who you believe you are. That's what you're going to change, and through this somatic movement practice. But you have to go through, and you have to peel a layer by layer of all the habits, patterns that are interfering you and keeping you from really expressing yourself freely. Because whatever you have been told, and whatever the stories and the labels that you have been carrying with you, that is really stopping you from being free. If you really want to change that, you have to really start to change your self-image, your habits, and one by one. And that's what I'm here for. And if you are really interested in diving deeper into this work, in this guided and somatic movement work with me, and I invite you to schedule a Zoom call and connect with me, where we can explore together what has been standing in your way, and how you can get back to really being in your body and being able to move freely like you did as a child. So the link and to schedule a Zoom call with me is in the comment, and then also in the description below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do subscribe. And of course, if you do enjoy this video, and please like the video and share with your friends or somebody and anybody important for you. So thank you very much for listening to my video and today, and listening to your body today. And that means a lot. So thank you for your time, and I will see you in the next video. And bye-bye.